How's it going, everybody? I'm Danny D. This is 7 Deadly Bananas, and welcome to another installment of Lyrical Corner. I am about to watch Taylor Swift. Finally, you guys, finally. Everyone's been bugging me to watch this. The Tortured Poets Department. Oh my, I thought there was Dead Poets in there somewhere. I'm like, wait, I messed it up. Yeah, you kept calling. Oh, see, it's Audrey's fault. I was wondering why I kept getting that wrong. Dead Poets Society was Robin Williams' movie. The Tortured Poets Department. I had it right the whole time. Damn it, woman. Here we go. Let's get it on. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I'm messing it up already. Here we go. From the desk of Taylor Swift.
You left your typewriter at my apartment.
Cute, Tay-Tay. Very cute. You left your typewriter at my apartment straight from the Tortured Poets Department. Wow. But that is a very cute line because department is a relatively hard word to find a rhyme for. So good job. Very cute. Serious. That's a serious note. Very cute.
Like who uses typewriters anyway?
Very true.
Who else decodes you? And who's gonna hold you?
Ooh, that was a lovely note here.
Throwing spikes down on the road, but I've seen this episode and still love the show.
She's good at kind of describing a scene. This is a very specific kind of self-sabotage, I think, throwing spikes down on the road. But this is a really well-written stanza. I like this.
You're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots.
Dude, there's so many references right there. It's awesome. That was shit. You could almost like put that in a scene of a movie, I would say. Patti Smith. I haven't even heard that reference in so long.
No fucking body.
No fucking body. I love how she wrote that into one word. No fucking body. Good job, Tay. I'm liking this song. There's definitely I like the hook of it. The hook is usually what really makes a song kind of very catchy. The part of the song that just sticks with you the entire time. It's a hell of a hook.
We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your head,
I don't remember
fall
Charlie Puth.
asleep.
Who's Charlie Puth? What? See, this is what I don't like. Right now, you're already making me feel dumb. I'm not in on the joke. Who the hell's Charlie Puth?
I didn't know who he was either, remember? And I showed you the reaction. I was
No.
like, who's Charlie Puth? And Jamie was like, he's huge. And I was like, sounds like a fart.
We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. Do you know Charlie Puth?
Yeah, I know Charlie Puth.
Who's Charlie Puth?
He's huge.
He's huge, she says. Sounds like a fart. You took a Charlie Puth.
Didn't we look him up though? I could have sworn we already answered this
David
question.
looked him up and said, he is huge. And
Oh my God.
he was in the video.
Jesus Christ. Charlie Huge. Charlie Huge Puth.
Charlie Huge Puth.
Like a tattooed golden retriever.
That's a weird line. That sounds tattooed retriever. I bet that's a personal reference. Because it just seems like an interesting throw out there.
Straight from the Tortured Poets Department.
There's that cute line again.
Else decodes
Who else decodes you? I like that line. It's not, it leaves it generalized, but enough for someone to kind of interpret on their own rather than needing a reference point from another song. But it still feels like it references something.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well-written song, Tay. What is that?
In case you wanted to write down your favorite lines, and then at the end, judge and rank which ones you like best from what.
Okay.
You're gay. The voices in his head called the rain to end our days of wild. The sickest army doll purchased at the mall. Rivulets to send my plastic smile.
Rivulets, I see. I'm gonna write that one down. I know that. I don't think I've ever heard anybody use the word rivulets.
My boy, oh
Interesting. I didn't think that she was referencing herself as the toy at first, even though the song makes me think that way right away. But the way she starts the song, I didn't get that sense of it right away. It kind of made me think that she was going a different direction, but now it's obviously kind of referencing more towards her being the toy and the boy, you know, doing that.
There was a litany of reasons why we could have played for keeps this time. I know I'm just repeating myself. Put me back on my shelf. But first, pull the string and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. He loves me.
I gotta say, Taylor Swift, I know it's only the middle of the song. I'm sure there's going to be some points where she starts really playing a little bit more with the melody in terms of hitting high notes. I like her in the low. I gotta say, she's got a nice low tone in terms of her voice actually hitting some of those deep tones.
Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me.
That was an interesting little mixture right there, because I believe if I had to guess based on what she's writing here, so there's a point where basically he breaks the favorite toy. She was thinking long term, he was not thinking that way, and he decided to sabotage the relationship. There's something very relatable to the process of what she's talking about right now. Like, because I know that whenever I went through a breakup, I'm going to get over this and I'm going to come back stronger, and you're going to, you know, you're going to be bummed that you left me. Like there almost has to be that kind of a mentality in order to get yourself out of the slump. So she is kind of doing this process right now, which I think is really cool. She's writing this out very well. It's not as blunt as it needs to be, but it's coming off that way based on the words that she's deciding to use. So bravo, bravo.
Told me I'm better off.
Interesting. That looks cool. I like that. That's like if The Matrix was done by a poet right there.
And every single morning when I go down,
I like that sound. What is that? It sounds very 80s.
Did you really beat me up? In a cloud of sparkling dust, just to do experiments on. Tell me I was the chosen one. Showed me that this world is bigger than us. Then sent me back where I came from.
Interesting. She's mixing some references going on, just like beam me up. So she's obviously going like alien abductions. And then she goes into tell me I was the chosen one and show me that this world is bigger than us. It's like she kind of takes it away from the alien to more of a fantasy thing and then back down. Interesting. You're mixing X-Files with Legend.
I knew cosmic love. Now I'm down bad crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad.
I like how she's using this down bad section as both a line, but also the ending and beginning of other lines.
Did you take all my old clothes?
Creepy.
Just to leave me here, naked and alone.
Oh, it was like a prank. It sounds very dreamy. This sounds almost like kind of what they do in movies when someone gets drugged, and not in a bad way, just like to put you asleep. But that moment before they get fully knocked out, everything's kind of like, you know?
I loved your hostile takeovers, encounters closer and closer. All your indecent exposures. How dare you say that it's? I'll build you a fort on some planet where they can all understand it. How dare you think it's romantic, leaving me safe and stranded? 'Cause fuck it, I was in love.
I like that little rant. It didn't necessarily fall into like a very specific pattern.
Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down by waving at the ship. Fuck it if I can't have him.
I think she's having fun saying fuck it right now. It's like, I don't have a lot of cussing songs I'm really gonna emphasize this. The tone of that was really cool. I liked the kind of Dreamweaver before you go to sleep type thing. Thought it was really cool, the tone of that. I was gonna say, is this gonna be like a cappella with a choir kind of thing? Just a choir of Taylor Swifts?
Saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away.
I like that. That was a good line. Lines.
Stop trying to make him laugh. Stop trying to drill the safe.
Drill the safe, I like that. That's a good reference. Someone has hard skin. This is a little bit more along the lines of the poetry that you would kind of see on stage as well. Like this is catching my
How
ear.
much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? Oh, the tragedy. So
Oh, the tragedy.
long. London, you'll find someone.
Gotta say, the music makes me want to move.
I didn't opt in to be your odd man out. I found at the club she's heard great things about. I left all I knew, you left me at the house by the heath.
By the Heath. Specific reference again. I love the first line of this. I didn't opt in to be your odd man out. That was a nice yin yang going on right there. I found at the club she's heard great things about. And then it starts going into, obviously, there's a reference for another woman being here.
I stopped
Somebody cheated,
CPR
probably. That's
after
my best
all,
guess.
it's no use. The spirit was gone, we would never come to. And I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free.
That's the times that she's given him.
Just how low did you think I'd go for? I'd self-implode for I'd have to go be free.
Interesting. So this is a story. Like it feels, she's almost narrating a story and the music is just accompanying her. She does the story thing quite a bit in a lot of her songs. But this right here has more of a feel of the lyrics and what she is saying is taking more of a front than all of the things together, you know, in terms of it being just like a song. This sounds deliberate. This sounds purposeful.
You swore that you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar waiting for the proof. You sacrificed us to the gods of your bluest days.
I like that last line. That was good.
Getting color back into my face. I'm just mad as hell 'cause I loved this place for so long.
There she goes again with the whole beginning and ending of lines starting with the next one. She does that pretty decent. See, I like that. I like that better. I like that as the good change. She starts it off, I'll find someone, ends it with you'll find someone. I like that. I'm drawn closer more to songs that have more of an empowering tone. So I like it when they end a little bit on that kind of thing. For some reason, the Stitches Undone line feels out of place in terms of the rhyme scheme. I have no idea why. So long London, Stitches Undone. I don't know why. It just feels out of place. It doesn't feel like it fits the rhyme scheme for some reason, but it does. One of those weird things. It was throwing me off a little bit, like Stitches Undone. It's like, how is that fitting in there? I don't get it.
But Daddy, I love him.
But Daddy, I love
I
him.
forget how the West was
This seems very
won.
specific,
I
too.
forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you.
Okay, this, she's hating on some family. That's my best guess on this one right away.
They slammed the door on my whole world. The one thing I wanted. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but Daddy, I love him. I'm having this baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces.
Jesus Christ, are you kidding me right now? Metaphors are gone, from what I can tell. I have no idea. This whole song would have to be a metaphor for something. I'm gonna have his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. Holy shit. That's a very specific reference right there. I don't know if this is her story or if she's writing this for somebody else, but this sounds very literal to me.
Tendrils tucked into a woven braid. Growing up precocious sometimes means not growing up at all. He was chaos, he was revelry. Bedroom eyes like a remedy. Soon enough,
Nice.
the elders had convened down at the city hall.
Hang on, I gotta write that line down. That was a good line. This is a great line. He was chaos, he was revelry, bedroom eyes like a remedy. Just 2 lines right there, like, can basically tell you volumes about not just the person that she's talking about, but also her as well. Like, you're talking about someone who obviously is bringing something different to your world, and then you're also talking about your perception of this person and how they seem to be something that will also save you from something because of their chaos, because of what they bring into your world. So that's a good line. I like that. Good job, Taylor.
I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want.
I gotta say, this feels like it should be a country song. There's a countryness to this.
What's the name of the song?
But Daddy, I Love Him.
It's my favorite song.
That's your favorite song?
My fucking favorite song.
This has more of a folky feel to it, if you
Popping
ask
in to
me.
hear it. It feels like Fearless.
Feels like Fearless?
Yeah.
I don't think I can share.
That's the name of the album that you're describing.
It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empires clothing. God save the most judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me. Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see.
She went a little too hardcore on the thesaurus, I think, for this. That's, I mean, for this, like, let's pick the words with the most syllables possible and throw them in there. Like, they're beautiful words, don't get me wrong, but it feels a little forced, if you ask me, lyrically speaking.
A lot of people have said that.
Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies. I don't know. Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies. See, now I bet you, though, that's going to be a line that gets stuck with me. I'm going to be fucking repeating that later on.
There's a lot of people in town that I bestow upon my fakest smiles. Scandal does funny things to pride, but brings lovers closer. We came back.
That's
when
an
the
interesting
heat
line
died
right
down.
there.
Went to my parents and they came around. All the wine moms are still holding out, but fuck 'em, it's over.
I really feel like this is just an album for her to cuss. She's been cussing a lot. I've never heard her cuss this much. She's like, I'm an adult. I'm an adult. That's what I said when I started this channel. I was like, I'm an adult. I'm going to cuss all I fucking want. No fucking buddy. I swear, that's what she should have called this album. No fucking buddy. What the fuck?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Fresh out the slammer. That's an interesting title, I gotta say.
Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be to. Fresh out the slammer, another summer.
This is okay, I gotta say, fresh out the slammer, there's a conflict of interest here. I gotta say. Taylor Swift is so far from going to jail. There's no way this woman will ever go to jail. Like, she could probably still murder somebody. But it's Taylor Swift, like, no. You know, like,
Calling thunder, he don't understand me.
God, I love her low tones. I don't know why, they get to me.
Splintered back in winter, silent dinners, bitter. He was with her in dreams.
That's dirty.
Gray and blue and fights and tunnels, handcuffed to the spell I was under. For just 1 hour of sunshine.
I like that line right there. Handcuffed to the spell I was under. That was a good line.
Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too.
Oh my God.
Fresh out the slammer.
I gotta say, this is just, I don't know, fresh out the slammer. I can't connect that to Taylor Swift.
My friends tried, but I wouldn't hear it. Watch me daily disappearing for just one glimpse of his smile.
I like that part right there. It's too much to write down.
You into all of my poems. Now we're at the starting line. I did my time.
All those nights you kept me going, swirled you into all of my poems. I like that second part, the swirled you into all of my poems. The swirled specifically. You know what? I'm just gonna write that down. That's two lines I like from one song. That's something to say right there.
To the house, we still wait up in that porch like leaves.
Nice little change up here. Very different.
At the park where we used to sit on children's swings, wearing imaginary rings.
Imaginary rings. I like that. That whole thing. Everybody's got relatable moments with all of that.
I did my time.
Is that it? You never know with Taylor. That's good. That's 2 lines from one song. I like that. Good job. I used to write a lot of lines like that second one. Swirled you into all of my poems.
You can beat the heat.
I like this already. I like the way that started. I'm gonna start it over. It's called Florida. Shit. Oh, Florida.
This is David's favorite.
What?
This is David's favorite song in the album.
And it's a song called Florida, and the first line is, you can beat the heat. It's fucking hot in Florida.
You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too.
Beat the charges too.
And my friends all smell like weed or little babies.
Those are 2 weird comparisons. They all smell like weed or little babies.
And the city reeks of driving myself crazy.
Jesus Christ, you okay? Yeah. Oh, the empty marinara. I like that line. I already like a line. And this city reeks of driving myself crazy. I'm gonna write that down.
Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin, Florida. Is one hell of a drug.
What the fuck?
Florida.
Is she bagging on Florida? Is this a bag on Florida song? I like it. Florida's crazy, yo. There's some crazy shit going on in Florida. I've only been there once. I went to South Beach, and it was for a poetry competition. It was an international poetry competition where I made first place on the team. Had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
The hurricane was my name when it came. I got drunk and I dared it to wash me away. Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine.
Whoa. This is a different person. Florence and the Machine? Okay, so this must be a different, I was gonna say, this completely different sounding voice.
And your cheating husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my best to lay to rest all of the bodies that have ever been on my body and in my mind. They sink into the swamp.
Dude, this took a turn. This took a whole different turn right here. What the fuck? Is this Taylor writing this now, or is this the Florence and the Machine person?
No one asks any questions here. So I did my
Dude, that whole thing was epic. This is a slam poem now. It's like I could see this being performed on stage with no music behind it at all.
The bodies that have ever been on my body and in my mind, they sink into the swamp.
The visualization of that, oh my God. Like all of the bodies that have ever been on my body and in my mind, they sink into the swamp. Like I want to write that down, but holy shit, that's a line. I gotta write it down. I'm gonna write it down. I don't care what you say.
That a bad thing to say in a song?
No. I like the way this song is written too. It's definitely different.
I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I've got some regrets, I'll bury them Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. At least the dolls are beautiful. Fuck me out, Florida. I need to forget, so it's one hell of a drug.
This is really not painting a good light for Florida. This is very anti-Florida.
Florida is one hell of a drug.
You know what's funny is 10 years ago you'd be hearing this song about like Las Vegas. Dude, bagging on Florida. Holy fuck, dude. Can't wait to go.
You almost ran the red, 'cause you were licking my pussy. Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent
was
me
this one called? Guilty as
downtown
Sin.
lights. I hadn't heard it in a while.
This sounds very similar to another song she's written.
Crashing into him tonight, he's a paradox. I'm seeing.
I like how she's overemphasizing the ox part, you know, the paradox. I don't know why.
What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? One slipping, falling back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die.
I kind of like this. That was a good hook. I like the melody of the hook going on right here.
In lowercase inside a vault, someone told me there's no such thing as bad thoughts.
Lies.
Only your actions talk.
That's an interesting keep in lowercase. I keep these longings locked in lowercase inside a vault.
My bedsheets are replaced. I screamed his name, building up like waves, crashing over my grave without ever touching his skin. How can I be guilty as sin? What if I roll the stone
Maybe she's having-
away?
Certain kinds of fantasies.
What if the way you hold me is actually what's holy? If long-suffering propriety is what they want from me, they don't know how you've haunted me so stunningly. I choose you and me religiously.
Again, I feel like she's going too hard on the words here. It's suffering propriety, and then the rhyme scheme right here. She has a very specific. I feel like these are the moments where she doesn't necessarily care about how well she's writing something, because what she is writing is important to her to say, and that's why I'm not like really giving it an up or down, you know, kind of reaction to it. I feel the words, while using these kinds of words, it does bring out a little bit of uniqueness in terms of the lyricisms. She's got something very specific to say, I feel, and I feel like there's a reason she's going this kind of direction with this particular part.
I hadn't heard it in a while. Am I allowed to cry?
It's a beautiful way to end it too. Particularly with that line. I'm sure that if I knew the reference specifically, it would mean a lot more. But to end that song, I think is another one of those like kind of stab you in the back and leave you trying to figure out why. Good line to end with.
Thank you.
Who's afraid
The
of little old
who's
me?
who of who's that is poised for the attack, but my bare hands paved their paths. You don't get to tell me about sad.
I like that, but it kind of depends on where it goes.
If you wanted me dead, you should have just said. Nothing makes me feel more alive. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream.
That's a good line right there. Crash the party like a record scratch. I like that line.
Who's afraid of little old me? should be.
Nice. You should be. You go, Tay-Tay.
Who's afraid of little old me?
I like this. I like this as the hook line. You know, who's afraid of little old me?
Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me?
And I like the melody for it as well. Good job.
So tell me everything is not about me. But what if it is?
But what if it is?
Then say they didn't do it to hurt me.
But what if you
they
did? Or what if they did?
See,
it's always predictable on that.
And show you just how disturbed this has made me. You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. So all you kids can sneak into my house with all the cobwebs. I'm always drunk on my own tears. Isn't that what they all said? That I'll sue you if you step on my lawn.
That's a bitter old lady line right there.
I'm fearsome and I'm wretched and I'm wrong.
Oh, God, I swear, I'm hearing another song. I feel like there's certain parts of the melody that is hitting me, but it's making me think of another song of hers. I don't know enough about Taylor to actually pinpoint it anyway.
Of my songs.
Put narcotics into all of my songs. I'm gonna write that down. And that's not just because it's about narcotics.
I am what I am 'cause you trained me.
I'm gonna write that down in the background. That's line number 3. I
Who's
am.
afraid of
what
little old me?
I am. Nice job, Tay. That's 3 lines I like. Who's afraid of little old me?
Unstable, like completely clingy, needy, like nightmare.
No, really, I
The
can't.
smoke cloud billows out his mouth like a freight train through a small town. The jokes that he told across the bar were revolting and far too loud. They shake their heads saying, God help her, when I tell him he's my man.
Interesting.
The dopamine races through his brain on a 6-lane Texas highway.
Man, she's really putting in. This is like deep South storytelling kind of shit going on right here, and I like it. I like the way it's referencing towards, particularly when it says "poor her." You know, when they all find out that he's her man, and I love that particular twist. This is a good tortured poets kind of song.
I can fix him, no, really I can. And only I can.
I like how she ends it with that.
Good boy, that's right. Come close, I'll show you heaven if you'll be an angel. All night, trust me, I can handle me a dangerous man. No, really, I can.
This is an interesting song. This is a very interesting song.
No, really, I can. Whoa, maybe I can't.
Right? I don't even think she needed to have that ending line, honestly. A song like that right there, and even just the title kind of gives you a sense of what the song is actually saying. We have it in our minds that we can fix this person, that we love this person so much to the point that we are willing to deal with it, that we can find a way to get through to this person. I think a lot of people can relate to that. And that's a hell of a thing. That was almost like a bridge point in the album to have that particular section of the song, or that particular section for that song to go. Interesting little change up there. Interesting little change up there, Taylor. LOML. Laugh out my lips. What does LOML mean? I gotta look this up. This is some texting language I don't know.
If you know in one glimpse. It's legendary. You and I go from one kiss to getting married. Still alive, killing time at the cemetery. Never quite buried in your suit and tie. In the nick of time, you low down boy, you stand up guy, you Holy Ghost. You told me I'm the love of your life.
This is a good song. I like the way this is written. This is very simplistic. You've got just the piano, you've got her voice. There's something meaningful behind this.
Who's gonna tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate and told me I reformed you when your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes? Well, you took me to hell too, and all at once the ink bleeds. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme.
Interesting. I like that.
Felt a hole
It's not paper worthy
like
yet.
this. Never before and ever since.
This is an elegant song. I like this. There's a beautiful tone to this, and it's just her, and it feels more intimate. And the lyrics in particular are simplistic as well. There's not a lot of her trying to kind of, jam some special words in there or try to really emphasize a specific moment. This feels elegant. This feels more grace involved.
Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry. He said, I'm the love of your life.
Love of my life. Okay, I figured out what LOML means. I can erase you now. You're no longer on my paper. I can figure these things out on my own sometimes. Yay, I'm sometimes smart.
You shit talked me under the table, talking
There she
rings
goes
and
again.
talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeits dead.
I like it when she goes on the schemes, like the long stanza schemes with the words. It's usually it means there's a climax to the story. It's just like she uses the lyrics themselves to kind of build up a peak, a crescendo. And with a song so delicate like this, like it's so simple in its thing, you almost need that because usually a song is required. There has to be some kind of peak point. It can't just be the same thing. Like this, it turns monotone after a while. There's got to be some change up. So to do it with the lyrics is a great way of doing it.
In ghost and fire, your arsons match your somber eyes, and I'll still see it until I die. You're the loss of my life.
Loss of my life. Maybe it's supposed to be love of my life, but she changed it to loss of my life? I don't know. Could be loss of my life. I'm gonna have to still look it up, I guess. Son of a bitch. I like that one though. That was a nice. It was a beautiful song. It's something that I think it's one of those songs I feel like would be played at a special event. To really. Well, there might be. Unfortunately, a funeral would be one of those things, but it could also be like like a graduation ceremony or well, I don't know. It seems like time of your life kind of thing, like the Green Day song. It's kind of one of those,
This is my band. I'm just gonna I think they're great.
I can do it with a broken heart. That looks like a gigantic Oreo. I must be hungry. Oh, this is the Eras tour. I saw this. There's her look.
She's having the time of her life. There in her glittering prime, the lights refract. Sequin stars off her silhouette every night. I can show you lies. 'Cause I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile. Even when you wanna die. He said he loved me all his life, but that life was too short.
Wait a minute. God damn it, Taylor. Fuck. God damn it. Every song is about a guy. Every song. I thought this was a song that wasn't gonna be about a guy. I thought it was gonna be about her, like just living this amazing life and being in this, like, God damn it, why doesn't it have a guy in it? Fuck. I'm sorry, but for fuck's sake, every song so far is about a breakup or being the love of life or changing somebody or getting them out of somewhere, or it's like, fuck, dude. I thought this was gonna be about her. Like, I was almost rooting for it in the beginning because she was like, in this Heirs tour, I felt it was gonna be something more a little bit about just her and like this amazing thing that she's created, this humongous following, this fucking roaring wave of popularity that she's gained. And not one guy has anything to do with it other than her writing songs about him. You know, like, this is all her, she's done it. Like, you know, sorry. I thought for one moment it wasn't gonna be about a guy, and then it just immediately turned into being about a guy. So I'm a little bummed by that.
'Cause I can do it with a broken heart. I'm so depressed I act like it's my birthday.
I should have remembered the title. I'm sorry. I even said the title. I'm pretty sure I can do it with a broken heart. Fuck. I guess when the song started, it just made me feel like it was going in a different direction. So my bad. You know, but damn it, Taylor. I almost feel like she's unable to look at it in any other way. Like, the fact that she was able to do what she's done at this point. You fucking go, girl. Like, goddamn. Like, no guy was a part of that. You want a guy to be a part of that, or you want a relationship to be a part of that, but you've cycled through all these guys, and you've done what you've done. None of them were a part of that, you know? Like, they were maybe subject matters. You know, this is the dialogue of your life. This is like, I don't know. And I feel like you deserve to write yourself a song like that. It has to do more with just you being you and what you've accomplished and how fucking awesome you've made this humongous thing. Like, you deserve to do this. You deserve to write that song. I'm telling you, Taylor, you deserve it.
I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me like the plague. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. You know you're good when you can't even do it with a broken heart.
Okay. It feels like it's leaning towards that now, but it's still got a guy in the song.
Lights, camera, bitch, smile. Insta letters for miles. He said he loved me for all time, but that time was quite short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning. I was hitting my marks. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart.
I like it. It is definitely still more an empowering song. It's definitely more empowering. I can't wait for the moment where she doesn't have to inject a guy into a song that's already empowering. Like, I feel like this is so close to it doesn't even need the guy. It doesn't. Like, she needs a song that's just hers, that's just for her. And this seems like it would be that song. This seems like, I mean, she's going over the Heirs tour. She's going over a particular time where she was probably really happy and she worked really hard for it. And everybody walked away really happy, including the audience, all the workers, all of the set designers. Everybody basically thought, you know, pat on the back, awesome job. And it just, like, I don't know, maybe I'm being a dick about it. And I don't want to be a dick about it. Taylor deserves that song. She deserves that song. She doesn't deserve dickheads in her life. What? I said, what? I'm kind of thrown off by the end of that. Come for my job? That's probably something I don't know. I need to know more about Tay-Tay to get that one. The smallest man who ever lived.
Of it true, gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit.
Does he have a name tag too?
Who the fuck was that guy? You tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. They
That's an interesting reference to go ahead and do that for it. Like you're trying to fight, you're trying to get pills. I particularly like the friend of friends of mine. I like that right there. That's a cool thing. I can't just write that one line down though. Like that's kind of cheating. It needs to be like a whole thing. But you're trying to buy pills from a friend of a friend. They ghosted you, and now you know what it feels like. Now, if you've ever done that, if you've ever tried to get a hold of some drugs or whatever it may be, it's a bummer. It's a real bummer when you don't, when it doesn't work out. Or if you get ghosted in particular, that can mean a bunch of different things at that point. But it's interesting how she uses that particular reference because it brings a specific feeling to mind to be ghosted in that direction, and then to compare that to now you know what it feels like. Not bad, Taylor. Not bad, Taylor.
Then sank in stoned oblivion. 'Cause once your queen had come, you treat her like an also-ran. You didn't measure up.
You treat her like an also-ran.
Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Were you writing a book? Were you asleep or set a spy? In 50 years will all this be declassified, and you'll confess why you did it. And I'll say good riddance, 'cause it wasn't sexy once, it wasn't forbidden. I would have died for your sins, instead I just died inside.
I like the transition. I almost feel like she should make this the official music video, because the words being printed, the changing of the fonts and it getting bigger in certain parts speaks volumes to the emphasis of what she's trying to say while she's saying it in the song. This whole section right here, when it went dark, I love this whole section right here.
You deserve prison, but you won't get time. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars.
There's a couple of different references going on right there.
And I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive the smallest man who ever lived.
That's an interesting line also. I'm going to write that one down. I'll forgive you, or I'll forget you, sorry. I like that line a lot because it means that this guy, this person that she's talking about, she'll totally forget him, become like a face among other faces, like, or even a faceless among the other facelessness, or whatever it may be. But she'll carry the unforgiven part. She'll remember why she doesn't forgive him. She'll remember that particular pain. That's an interesting way to write that. I like that. I like that a lot. It's again, it's a relatable moment. I think a lot of people can relate to something similar to that. How the pain seems to follow you, even though you could forget the person's name that might have committed the atrocity.
You know I love a football boy. I enjoy nights in Kansas. This happens once every few lifetimes.
That's a hard one, Taylor. That was a hard low note for you.
These chemicals hit me like white wine.
That was a little better.
What if I told you I'm back?
Low notes are hard. Low notes are hard for anybody, period. Like, especially if you're trying to hold it for a prolonged period of time. It's a tough one. It takes a lot of practice. Nice transition.
When I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy?
Interesting. Okay. The alchemy line, the alchemy gives me a sense that this is going to be one of those songs where she would try and throw in some substantial words, into it, but that's not where it's going. I like that particular line where it's a hook. We'll see it again. I like how she uses alchemy in it.
He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved
It scares me a little bit that it says this time with an E. There was a time before? Was he doing heroin at some point? Like, did she just reveal something maybe she wasn't supposed to?
Off and your friends lift you up over their heads. Beer
Oh, yeah.
sticking to the floor. Cheers chanted cause they said there was no chance. Trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. Touchdown, call the amateurs and cut him from the team.
Interesting how she chose this line, this title. Is this about the new love interest, the football player guy? I'm assuming. Touchdown, breaking from the team. A lot of football references going on right now.
This happens once every few lifetimes.
God, that's a hard one to go low on 2 times. That's it, because again, with the low notes, you have to open up your throat to really allow the sound and the air in particular go at such a steady pace. So the ah is one of those sounds where a lot of air is immediately just naturally leaving, exiting, and it's hard to control that, to try and go to your lowest point to do that.
Calls hit me like white wine.
She doesn't put wine, but that time you can hear that she's got an easier time with that second one. Probably because she winds up with the first one. It's pretty common.
Please, I'm a star!
Clara Bow. Okay. I gotta say, so far, the album is pretty cool. There's not a lot of differences in the songs. They all seem to have kind of like a similar tone. The only one that changed it up a little bit was the Florida song. Maybe that's why that's David's favorite. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to change up very much. Like, I don't know, not a critique of any kind, not a review of any kind. It's just more observation.
This town is fake, but you're the real thing. Breath of fresh air through smoke rings. Take the glory, give everything. Promise to be dazzling.
Okay, I like a line within that. Breath of fresh air through smoke rings. I like that a lot. I don't know why. Probably because I just quit smoking. I think I'm on day 17 now. I have to turn the page, Taylor. You're giving me too many good lines here.
You look like Stevie Nicks in 75. The hair and lips crowd goes wild at her fingertips. Half moonshine, a full eclipse. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if I made it. Die if I made it. No one in my small town thought I'd meet these suits in LA.
This is not about a guy. I just realized it. This is not about a guy. I love this song. I'm like, I swear to God, Taylor, if you bring up a guy at the end of the song, I'm gonna be so pissed. I like this song. I really do. Not just because of the no guy thing. Like, don't worry about that part. But this is telling a story about her. Maybe it is. Maybe it is because it's not about a guy. Because it's about her. Because it's about something that she's going through, that she was told that she wasn't going to make it, that she wasn't going to see all these things, that her dreams wasn't going to come true. And she was like, oh my God, like she's more explaining this kind of young girl excitement and this glowing, dazzling dream that all of these things would be that she has now, obviously. Fucking finally, right on, Taylor. Thank you. Thank you. I like the song. Clara Bow.
Only when your girlish glow flickers just so do they let you know it's hell on earth to be.
Oh, I was like, where's the words? I was like, but there's no words. They're over on her body. God damn it. You're making me pay attention to the whole screen here.
You look like Taylor Swift in this light. We're loving it. You've got edge. She never did. The future's bright, dazzling.
Interesting. I like how it changes from Clara Bow to Taylor Swift, and then it's even like, interesting. Nice job, Taylor. I like that song. Clara Bow gets Danny's vote so far. Put a star next to that one.
I am someone who, until recent events, you shared your secrets with. In your location, you forgot to turn it off. And so I watched as you walk